This is all very, very last minute for me because I decided that I wanted to come up the hills tonight to see if I could get some shots of the fog which is just engulfing Worcestershire at the moment. And the real reason is because every time I get out of bed the last few days, I've been looking at the fog and thinking, it's just going to be grey and rubbish. Then 2 hours later, I see some amazing photos of Malvern on Twitter and Instagram, and I thought, man, I wish I'd have just got up and got out and seen for myself what it was really like. So I've come up tonight to do a bit of a recce, and it's kind of serendipitous because I've got a really nice couple of shots and time-lapse footage of the fog sweeping over the top of Malvern at night, which is something I've never done before. And I'm thinking it's a good omen, or at least a good sign that there's a lot of fog hanging around tonight, because I think it'll stick around because it's very cold, as you can see. Well, you probably can't see that, but trust me, it's cold. I came up here and I thought, I'm not going to be able to get anything tonight. I'll just take one photo, realise it's too foggy, and then I'll go straight home. I told Laura I'll be 20 minutes, and of course I've not been 20 minutes, put it that way. So I'm going to get up in the morning, get out and see if I can get that elusive shot of the peaks sticking their heads above the fog. But tonight's been pretty good, and yeah, if it could be as good as it is tonight, tomorrow morning, I'll be a happy man. There's the proof. We're vlogging through the phone. Thumbs up and a like, or a like or a thumbs up if you used to follow me when I used to vlog on my phone. Old school, throwback to 2016. Maybe we should throw this vlog back and just do all the music, old school music that we used to use in the old vlogs. If you haven't watched any of the old vlogs, just watch them. They're terrible, but I haven't deleted them because I think they're good to look back on. Occasionally I do look back on my old vlogs. Anyway, it's time to go home.
No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand it. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand it. Ooh, that's what, yeah. Ooh, that's what, yeah. Yeah, seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand it. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can. No, it sounds funny, but I just can't stand it. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can.
Thank you very much. Cheers. So why am I about to show you inside a garage? Not very landscape photography-ish, is it? But I'll show you why. So inside here is going to be my office studio. Not this. This is my workshop. Since lockdown happened, I got mad into woodwork, and you know, bought quite a lot of tools and got really interested in building, you know, little bits, you know, and I'm learning as I go, and I've made myself a place to do that. And I thought, well, I can enjoy both sides of the wall, so I feel like Donald Trump because I built a wall, and this side I'm making a studio backdrop. I've got to stop calling it a studio because it's not a studio. But basically, I'm going to position people in front of the backdrop, and I'm just going to do headshots. Now, there are a lot of changes that I need to make before I get this rock and rolling. Probably going to be January before I can actually do it. But yesterday, I filled in the joints, got some poly filler, and filled in where the boards met. I've got boards of OSB, if any of you know what OSB is. It's just basically composite board, and it's got a really nice texture, which is why I chose it. But there was a thick black line where the boards met. So what I'm going to do today is paint over what I've filled in, and hopefully that should look a lot tidier. So I'm going to do that before breakfast, and then it's time for some scrambled egg. What I wanted to avoid was basically when I'm sitting people probably on a stool here, what you'll see in the background, and I think it'll be quite distracting, is a dark line where the two boards would have met, which is why I wanted to fill it in, for obvious reasons, because I don't want it to be distracting and I don't want it to look rubbish. So yeah, a little couple of things. I've actually got somebody booked in for January for headshots, so I need to be done by then, and there's a lot to do. I really need to think about this space. I need to tidy everything up and make sure that looks quite good. So the reason I've chosen a light grey is because most skin tones, you tell me, look good against a light grey, and I'm going to be positioning people about here. So that's all going to be nice and out of focus anyway. And I need to combat a few ways to get rid of these light spots. So I need to pop a few flags up, I think, to block the light. But yeah, this is all stuff for the future. What I want to be doing in here is eventually I want to be trying to make little bits of furniture. So that's a hobby of mine. That's I don't know where it came from. I've never been DIY orientated in my life, and all of a sudden lockdown happened, and now I think I'm blooming Johnny DIY. So let me know if have you created yourself a new hobby in 2020 since the pandemic hit. If you have, let me know. Because I'd be interested to see how people have adapted their lives and their interests, because for obvious reasons we couldn't do a lot of other stuff, so we had to keep ourselves occupied somehow. And we could only watch Tiger King for there's only 8 episodes of that, and when that finished we had to do something, so I did woodwork. Anyway, now that's done, time for breakfast, and then I'll have a debrief with you guys about the shoot this morning. Then it's time for work, which I think I'll take you along to. Really is an old school vlog. I'm on my phone again. Now I'm photographing this house today, and it's unfurnished obviously, and it's just been built. It's amazing, to be honest. It's just lacking obviously a lot of furniture and the somebody's personal touch, but we've got some amazing views to photograph. Just make you have a look out there. So I'll make sure we get some of them, and some amazing en-suites and stuff. So a couple of things I do as a general rule of thumb. I don't do this on every single house, but I leave doors open. In the winter, anything but the summer, I stick the lights on because we're lacking a lot of light. It just adds a bit of ambience. Camera's on 2-second timer, and I've got the flash gun on, and I'm set to around about f6.3. Flash is 200th a second. The ISO will be the variable, and so will the flash, depending on how much ambient light we've got and how much of the view we've got. So yeah, let's take a few photos and I'll flash them up. Okay, I think I want this house. Oh, look at this. So nice. Oh, it's just perfect to photograph.
BBC News at midday. This is Catherine Cracknell. The The UK has become the first country in the world to begin delivering a fully tested vaccine against coronavirus. 90-year-old Margaret Keenan from Coventry was the first to receive the jab produced by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Fair play,
Health
Margaret.
Secretary John Ashworth.
So I'm just pulling up to my second house. Just got to look for I feel like an Amazon delivery driver. I'm in a place called Stoke. Never done a house here before. Drive through it all the time, but I've never done a house. There we go. Next door. House that I just did was lovely, but in fact there were two houses in that one, and it had its own challenges where it was unfinished and there were workers there, so I'm going to have to return, which is very frustrating. So I couldn't get it all done. So let's get this one done and then let's head home, and then we'll do the debrief of this morning's shoot. From the computer, and it's cheese on toast time. Laura, kid on the vlog, everybody! Don't eat all the cheese now. So I'm going to put that on. When I first started this YouTube channel, I used to be, climbing mountains, doing Photoshop tutorials. Now I'm just making cheese on toast. I forgive you if you unsubscribe. I just can't help but watch some more videos because I've been feeling really sentimental actually ever since last night when I had the idea to try and use some of the old music, and then this afternoon I vlogged my property shoot for the first time in years. I've been doing property photos now. I'm gonna let me straighten the camera. I've been doing property photography now for, I don't know, 7 years I think, and this was 3-4 years ago, and I used to vlog all the time from my property shoots, and now I always wonder how I used to do it. And it's just interesting because it's got me thinking what's changed from 2016 to 2020, and my approach is quite similar. I enjoy putting out my content in a friendly, approachable way rather than military style just photography. I have no problem with that. People that do that, it's just not my bag. I just find it, I just can't do it. I need to almost dilute the photography with lifestyle. And the only thing that has really changed between now and then is my equipment. And I am on to bigger and better things. I charge more money now for photography. I've got more work, which is nice. I feel like I've learned a few more skills in my editing and out there when I'm taking photos. And but yeah, my equipment really has helped take me to another level, but I don't want to get bogged down in that, in the whole gear debate. That's another video's worth of abuse for me, probably, with my opinions. But yeah, it's really interesting just seeing old videos. And what I quite like about, call me old-fashioned, call me whatever you want, but I quite like seeing this side of life. I quite like having the memories of looking at mine and Laura's old flat in Malvern, how small it was and how happy we were in that flat. It was it's good memories, and it's really interesting to see where I am now compared to where I was, and my approach isn't that different. But yeah, I just wanted to have a quick look at some of my old videos. So before I start work, which is what I'm about to do, it's 1:45. I'm finished for the day out doing photography. This morning I left for work in a bit of a whirlwind because I did that awful thing where I'd got my wires crossed and I thought today's job at 10 o'clock was tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. And then I had to do a 15-minute journey in 3 minutes. I didn't do that, obviously. I did call ahead and I was they were understanding. They were nice to me when I said I was going to be late, and I was just honest with them. I said I got my wires crossed, but that's why I didn't have any breakfast. So I've just had my lunch, and now I'm going to sit down and edit my property photography stuff, because that's priority. That's paid work that has to come first, and I'll get that all emailed across. I'll reschedule that the one that I started, the 2 houses that I started in today, which were identical new builds, and they need to be finished off, so I'm going to recommend that we try and do them Thursday. And then I'm really excited to see not only the footage that I've captured over the last few hours and 24 hours and the last day, but the photography, because this morning was good, but last night has really just got me excited. So every now and again you go on a shoot for yourself and you just take a photo and you think, I can't wait to edit that and have a play with that in Lightroom and Photoshop. So I'm going to stitch together a couple of Astro Panos, which I think will be quite good. Yeah, they might be rubbish, I don't know, but I'm excited to see them. So I'll do that later tonight, and I'm really excited to edit this vlog together, going with the old music, and I'll try and drop in a few of the old tunes that I used to use. So I've mentioned earlier in this video, just before I go, the headshots and the property stuff. These are 2 other mediums of photography that I do, and if you want to check them out, I will put them here for you to check out. My photography, my wedding photography, and what's he done? Weddings, property, headshots. So yeah, like I said, January, hopefully I'll have a headshot wall to shoot people in front of, which is exciting. So now I'm going to cringe my life away and watch a few more minutes of this before I get started. But for now, I'm going to say it: like, comment and subscribe. Tell your friends.
How can I express when I realized?
No, please don't subscribe, because there might be beans on toast, there might be spaghetti hoops on toast coming. There might be beans on toast, there might be spaghetti hoops on toast. God. I'm going to struggle to get to 1 million subs, aren't I? I'm going to struggle. Looks like you've got a little black beard. Suits you actually. He's just drawing a little moustache. Yeah. Get the Sharpie out. Oh, that was the quietest moo I've ever heard. You.
Did you like get a move on?
Get a move on.
Coffee time.
Coffee time.
How can that feel when I express?